invited to give us your about 5 minutes of testimony.
Thank you, Chairwoman Lofgren and Ranking Member Buck, for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Dimple Navatel. I appreciate the opportunity to tell my mostly happy immigration story. I'm originally from India, but I am now a proud citizen of the United States. I have made my home in Racine, Wisconsin, a beautiful city in the shores of Lake Michigan. I've been married to Dennis Navatel for 28 years, and together we have a grown son named Zane. Please allow a mother a moment to brag. Zane is a three-time state champion in tennis. He was an academic All-American in college. He's an accountant and also a fifth-ranked pickleball player in the world. He's also a humble and a kind young man. We own a retail store on Main Street in Racine called Dimples. Our business has been in downtown Racine for 21 years, making us the oldest downtown merchant. We specialize in sterling silver jewelry and unique gifts from around the world. Also, we have raised roughly $1 million over the years for hospitals via jewelry fundraisers. On a personal note, I feel blessed for the opportunities available for a minority woman from a third world country. 27 years ago, I started a small business selling jewelry from a little folding table at a church festival to today, owning a large retail store in Racine. I also feel fully accepted by the community and many organizations that I now serve as a board member, including the Racine Zoo, the Downtown Racine Corporation, and the Extension Hospital Foundation. Our business has grown slowly and steadily over the years, and we expected the same this year. Then COVID hit. Our business was forced to close sadly. We had to let go of some excellent employees, a first for us. And then our hospital partners began canceling our fundraisers, which account for approximately half our sales. Suddenly, the survival of our business was at stake. Our local mayor, Corey Mason, then announced the city would award grants to small businesses negatively impacted by COVID. We applied for the relief. Though we clearly met the criteria and the city strongly indicated a desire to assist women and minority-owned businesses, we were denied both of the two rounds of grants that were funded through HUD and our local taxes. I did not understand why we were denied the grants. I thought that many would consider our award-winning business as an anchor in downtown, worthy of efforts to save. We pay our taxes on time. We are active in the community. We are located in the heart of a business district. Something didn't seem right. After some persistence, I received a call from the Mayor Mason. After more questioning, he told me the real reason why we were denied the grant. It was because my husband had attended the Open Wisconsin rally in Madison that challenged Governor Evers' stay-at-home order. Mayor Mason admitted as much in public statement, adding that Dennis, and I quote, willingly jeopardized public health, flagrantly violated safety measures, put city residents at unnecessary risk, and engaged in reckless behavior at the rally. But here is the truth. Dennis did attend the rally. Because he was concerned about the virus, he wore a mask. He stayed at the edge of the crowd and was careful to maintain a safe distance from others. All of this has been proven. It was there that Dennis was approached by a reporter. He had two simple points. First, if a liquor store or a Walmart can safely serve their customers, why can't we? Second, you can be concerned about the damage done by the virus and care about the people suffering economically. It is also important to stress the nature of this protest. Nobody was insulting or throwing objects at the police. No buildings were set on fire. No businesses were looted or destroyed. There were no arrests. This was an entirely peaceful protest. Apparently, our mayor believes he is not constrained by a constitution that I swore allegiance to and that he swore to uphold. We have decided to fight this injustice, and as such, I am grateful to live in the United States with a constitution designed to protect the rights of citizens from abusive officials. I am thankful to have the opportunity to pursue a just conclusion through an impartial judicial system. I look forward to a resolution and I trust will uphold the cherished rights of all Americans. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much for your testimony. And
even the media is not woke enough for the Democrats. Hollywood's not woke enough for the Democrats. 96% of media, their political contributions in 2016 went to Democrats. Almost all of Hollywood, we're going to hear from a witness today, we'll talk about this. Almost all of Hollywood supports the Democrats, but that's not good enough. This hearing proves no one is safe from the cancel culture. No one is safe from the mob. They will come after you. Look no further than Barry Weiss, former editor at the New York Times, who had to resign because she was engaged, as she said in her piece when she resigned, wrongthink. Barry Weiss said this. She said this in that resignation letter. You say something the mob doesn't like, get ready for, quote, the digital Thunderdome. I don't know anyone could say it better than that. That's what happens. You disagree with the mob, they come after you. They'll come after you, and their goal is silence. Recent survey, 62% of Americans say they're afraid to freely express themselves. This is the Judiciary Committee. We should remember this. You don't have a First Amendment when people are afraid to speak. You don't have free speech when only one side's allowed to talk. Think about the sports world. Subject one of our witnesses knows a little bit about. Drew Brees says, stand for the anthem. Oh my goodness. Did he get attacked? James Harden wears a mask that says back the blue. Appropriate thing to do. Frankly, something that should have been mentioned at the outset of this hearing. Last night, 2 officers were shot. This is the second full hearing we've had following a tragedy where officers were attacked, and the chairman says nothing. We should be thinking and praying for those families. James Harden wears back the blue mask. He gets attacked. My favorite, this is how crazy the mob gets. Mike Gundy, football coach at Oklahoma State, 15-year coach, played at Oklahoma State, goes fishing with his kids, fishing with his family, and wears the wrong T-shirt, according to the mob. Wears a T-shirt that has a conservative news outlet on the front, the name of one. Oh my goodness, how dare he do that? For all we know, he picked the top T-shirt on the pile that day. He's gone fishing with his family. He almost lost his job for fishing in the wrong T-shirt. That is what the mob will do. The mob never stops. Political correctness has no end. And now the Democrats are pursuing this so much, they're even going after their best friends in the world, the media in Hollywood. 2019, this gets bigger. Speaking of Hollywood, 2019, China pressured the film industry to remove images of the Japanese and Taiwanese flags from a trailer for the Top Gun sequel. MGM, involved with the remake of the film Red Dawn, altered the identities of the invading military. I'm so old, I remember the first one where it was the Soviet Union. And they did this post-production. Said, no, it can't be an invading military from China. It's got to be North Korea. Attorney generals pointed out that many scripts likely never see the light of day because writers and producers know that they can't even test the limits. They're going to be attacked again by the mob, and today, obviously, by the Democrats. But this isn't the worst. This isn't the worst of it. Silence is not enough for the mob. And this is the scariest part. It's not enough that you be quiet. It's not enough that you can't exercise your free speech rights, your First Amendment liberties. That's not enough. They want you to agree with them. They want to force you to agree with them. You don't believe me? Go watch the videotape. Come into a restaurant. Harass you if you don't raise your fist. Harass you if you don't bend your knee. This is scary. And the idea that this committee is having a hearing to foster more of it instead of to speak out against it is even more scary. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses today. I hope the Judiciary Committee, with, as I've said so many times, the storied history of protecting the Constitution, the rule of law, and the Bill of Rights, will say this has got to stop. This has got to stop. And frankly, you all had a chance. A few weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, when the Attorney General was here, he asked the chairman and the Democrats on this committee, why won't you speak out against the violence? Why won't you speak out against the mob? And guess what he got? Total silence. Let's speak out now. Let's speak out now. Let's say the First Amendment is sacrosanct. Let's say what's going on is wrong, plain wrong. And I think, well, certainly 62% of Americans understand it. It's wrong and we shouldn't be promoting